Matthias, injury update.
Pain is well, just I'm a hard boy, Austrian boy. I don't know what is pain. So
Boy indeed. The rest of us are men.
Yeah.
Welcome to the next video, stage 6, because we know stage 7 is going to be real tough. So stage 6 is a last opportunity to sprint for. What's stage 8? Is stage 8 a sprint?
Yeah.
And stage 9 is not a sprint.
Stage 9 will be a small sprint.
Stage 9 will be a sprint between guys that weigh less than combined weight of 120 kilos or less. So we got a sprint today, and taking the positive energy from yesterday to do a good sprint today. We've got a fun project after the Giro, trying not to think too much about it, but it was kind of released today, happening post-Giro, and that distracted me this morning and meant that I left my skin suit in the hotel. But Brent, the legend, kindly went back and got it for me. Very simple day, like one road all the way, very flat, not much wind. So on paper a very simple sprint, but in reality that usually means it's a very difficult sprint because it's about waiting, it's about the chaos, it's about navigating the chaos and getting the timing just right. We will have Rick is the road captain when it comes to the sprint, so he'll be directing from behind, like obviously we've all got radios, but he'll be like in the moment decision making. So yeah, we just had team meeting. We go through logistics for the day first, then we go through the parcours for the day, the wind, temperature, all of that jazz, and then we go through the plan, and then we go through a plan for the whole stage, and then we go through a specific sprint plan. That's kind of how we do things. We also looked at yesterday's finish as well, just to see if we could learn anything more. 6 down after today, chunking away at it. That's a quarter, 25%, and everyone's tired. Post-race meal, chicken, rice, pesto, some Haribo, smoothie, recovery drink, and an extra energy drink. Califord's already finished his. How's your day, Alex? You had 2 big days. Today you put the holy helmet on, you went jersey shorts. Today was a holiday day for you, wasn't it? Went and got some bottles.
Yeah, I got some bottles.
Average heart rate for the first 2.5, 3 hours?
I don't know, for the whole race it was 98. It was, I'm not gonna lie, the easiest race I've ever done.
The last sprint stage for a couple of days. Well, tomorrow's mountains. The day after is like lumpy. Stage 8 there's a possibility for a breakaway win, or there's a possibility for a very reduced sprint, which works well for us. Today was a dull day. I think, shout out to the commentators for having to narrate that. For 20k, not a single soul wanted to go on the breakaway, which was quite surreal. I had the idea for an 8-man, all from our team, attack, like team time trial. It's 2022, cycling doesn't really make sense anymore. It used to, but no, it doesn't. So let's try something that doesn't make sense. I thought, all 8 of us go, rotate, team time trial. For a start, the peloton's going to think it's one big joke. They're going to think it's like, oh, good, Israel, look at that, how funny. By this time, we've got a couple of minutes, and then some teams would be happy for that to go because they're GC ambitions, so you'd need the sprint teams to put people up to chase. Trying to catch a full-blown team time trial is not easy. But we didn't do that, we went for the sprint. It was a waiting game. Oh, here we go. Matthias likes playing to the camera and nudity, which is wildly inappropriate for YouTube. It's a big waiting game today. We waited, we went with 2, and I went to go France de Giro and us, basically the same team, which is a real issue because we're all trying to be in the same place at the same time. That's difficult. It's difficult. So Miles Scottson, bless your little cotton socks, just boxed me in ready to go, and that was that. There's some opportunities coming up still. There's some opportunities. We are still in the infancy of this Giro D'Italia. There is a long way to go. Dara, average heart rate for the race?
100.
Maximum?
Just 100. 156.
Okay, so you pushed a little bit at some point. Average power?
173. Want to know the maximum?
Go on.
821.
Oh.
Good. Your average for the day seems high, no? 135.
Average for the day?
Yeah.
That seems low, unless you're just wildly efficient. Oh, let's talk about the single Canadian flag there was on the route. Alex is the only Canadian rider in the race, so it's lonely for him. Although I did catch you chatting to Eduardo Affinito for a while today.
Yeah, a nice
Strengthening Canadian-Italian relations.
Yeah. I'm a good politician.
And there was a Canadian flag.
I didn't notice it at all. I didn't see it.
I was amazed. I thought you'd have been in a breakaway because of that.
I should have gone.
Home fans, basically a home race.
The stage would be almost 200 kilometers long and contain well over 4,000 meters of climbing. More meters of climbing on this supposed medium mountain stage than many of the high mountain days in the final week still to come. 4 categorized climbs, but up and down all day. Only the first 10 kilometers of the stage really with any flat.
Stage 7. We got a hard 3 days coming up. Tomorrow, like a punchy all day thing, but today and Sunday, mountains, just a case of getting through it. We're in a bit of a hurry because our team presentation and the bus needs to leave before we do so they can get to the finish. So it's a little bit panicky, so I'll keep it brief. But yeah, everyone's getting suited and booted. It's team presentation was pretty short because the plan literally is if Demar wants to go in the break and can go in the break, he will. But the rest of us, it's just a case of damage limitation and energy saving for tomorrow. So we'll just get through it. But yeah, anyway, hopefully there won't be much to report after this stage as well. There's no bones about it, that was a hard day. That was every bit as hard as we were expecting. I think the Giro is one of the sort of, it's a race where there's still, I don't want to say the old school, but like big gruppettos form and everyone clubs together, and then we have these long transfer stages like we had yesterday where it's just ridiculously easy and we just cruise along and then race at the end. There's a bit of cohesion, maybe is the word, between teams. Today was like 4,300 meters of climbing. We all had around a 350 or 360 TSS for those of you that like numbers, which is, it's a big day, like 6 hours, 250 average watts, 300 average watts for the first 2.5 hours. Gruppetto formed on the first categorized climb, I think like 60 or 70 riders, so it was very good. And you just ride like pretty hard all day, go real fast on the little amount of flat there was, and then we ride like 300 to 350 on the climbs, and then we would go pretty fast downhill as well because yeah, we figure the climbs is where we lose time. The Giro's time cuts are pretty generous. It's very, very rare that we are panicking and racing for a time cut. For that to happen, the race has to go, it has to be not categorized as the hardest sort of stage. So today we had like 57 minutes to finish the stage after the winner. So it has to be not categorized as the hardest. Then if a break goes, like a strong break that's going to win the stage goes, and the bunch sits up, lets them get like 8, 9, 10 minutes, and then the bunch starts racing and the gruppetto forms, that's when there's a panic on. We've already like lost 10 minutes to the front of the race, so that effectively gives you 10 minutes less to the peloton. But the master of gruppetto timings is Brandley, but we knew we were safe all day, so it was hard, but it wasn't stressful. It was just solid. But Matthias he's coming round. He's getting there. He was in pretty good spirits actually at the end of today. How's the toe?
It's getting better day by day. Today were no cobblestones, so good.
Yeah, Dema gave it a go to get in the breakaway, but it wasn't to be. Tomorrow is going to be. Tomorrow's stage 8. Now I know a lot of you are going to be like, ooh, stage 8, Alex. Because out of the last 5 stage 8s I've done of the Giro, I've won 2 of them, which is an absurd statistic. Tomorrow, I don't know, like it could be breakaway, but we need to work out what it's going to look like for Giacomo first. Like it is a Van der Poel day, and he is here. We have to account for the fact there's going to be a lot. No one had an easy day today. There's going to be a lot of tired legs in the peloton. We've also got one of the hardest stages of the race coming on Sunday, so I think the GC guys are going to be looking at that. If we do want to sprint along with teams like Wanty and Alps and Phoenix, then we're going to have to band together and make it happen, or it could be a breakaway day. So that's where we're at. 7 stages done, 1/3. We have done 1/3 of the Giro. Probably not in distance, or certainly not in elevation. We have done 1/3 of the amount of stages that this Giro contains. Anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll bring you the next 2 stages before the rest day.